Welcome to London's Craziest Gangster with me, Mr. Fish, keeper of the dead man's Bible, where all the rules of society are thrown, tossed and washed away, whose motto is, if angels fly and devils die, how come I'm still alive? Ha! Well, I'm on my own today, as you can see, so I thought what I would do, I'll come out into the sun and talk about the streets, okay? Now, it's funny, me, the crew, the boys, we never ever worked in the sun. Never ever worked in the sun. The sun always meant open windows, it meant dry ground, you know, people are more interested, can hear the noise more, they want to know what's going on. So we never ever, very rarely worked in the summer. It was always hard graft, you know. That's why we loved the winter. The winter was always cold, the windows were shut, the ground was wet, you know what I mean? DNA and everything like that was always washed away. So we were always winter men. Another problem with the sun is, once that comes out up there, then it seems like all the nutters come out, doesn't it? You know, like all the nuts, yeah? Yeah? So you get the drinkers, you get the druggies, and you just get mayhem, didn't you? You get the mentally ill. And for some reason, when the sun comes up, you just get total mayhem, don't you? Yeah? So for us, we always had to be prepared in the summer. You gotta, because trouble can find you anywhere on the streets, anywhere. So, one thing that I always made sure I did was always to go to the gym. The gym was very important. Now, this is the thing today with a lot of knife crime and the kids getting stabbed. Now, I've been stabbed here, once in the ear. I've had my ear bitten off, and I've been stabbed on this side. And so I do understand what it's like to be stabbed. And now for the kids today, you have to realise everything has changed, okay? You've got to realise now, you know, in the old days, when we were, being brought up, if we were bullied, yeah, then all we would do, your mum or your dad would say, you know, go and fight the bully, stand up for yourself. But it's very hard for a kid to stand up for himself now, or even an adult, because, you know, you confront that bully now, and you may be getting stabbed, okay? So it's difficult. And everyone thinks, yeah, you know, the kids, but you have to understand with the kids as well. It's all hard work for them in the respect of, look, what kept me safe is you have to respect everybody. And that's a hard thing to learn. And that's why I said to you, I'm never a gangster. I'm always been a nobody. And I prefer to be a nobody because that way I can respect everybody regardless of who they are, where they come. I'm not putting myself on some big pedestal like I'm some big G. No. Respect everybody. Once you learn how to respect everybody and talk to everybody respectfully, then it makes half the battle easier. It makes it a lot more easier. But the problem is, in today's world, is understanding what actually respect is, you know? And respect for me was, I don't care if you've got a car, if you've got a watch, if you've got gold, if you've got drugs, diamond, I don't give a shit. What I care is who you are as a person, where you come from, what you're doing. I'm interested in you, not about the glamour or the wars or the stories that you want to make up to make yourself big up and make yourself look bigger than you actually are. Yeah, cool. What's happening? There you go, mate. Another man on the street. I'm just doing a podcast. There you go. Boy, we're all on the street, mate. We're all on the street. Stay safe. And, that's the first rule. Okay? Now the second rule, you have to learn to fight. Things have changed in these places now. Things have changed, yeah? Things have changed, yeah? The empathy's changed, the love, things have changed now. So you got to change now, yeah? And the way you do that change, you got to know knife crime's on the scene now. So you have to do what I'm doing right now, because you're going to the gym. It's important, kids, that you learn to fight. It's important that you learn to be fit. And when I say fit, not just big. I notice a lot of kids now, they're just getting big and putting on the weights. That's all great. Size is wonderful. But you need to be able to fight. You need to be able to move that body weight. Yeah? Sometimes you can't always fight. Sometimes you have to run. So you need to be fit enough to run. You understand? In these areas right now. Okay? What don't you see? You don't see police. There are no police. If I scream and shout now, yeah, people are going to come to the window, but they're not really going to look out at what's happening, especially if I'm running. So I'm running and being chased, yeah. By the time they come to the window, I might be up the road, they see the gang and they think, oh, it's just kids. So nowadays, you have to be physically fit to make sure you can get to a safe haven, a safe place, friends, or even a group of workmen. Okay? If you're being chased and you're someone, you have to now start working out where you can get protection from until the police come. And that's a very difficult thing now. So now, kids, when you're out and about, it's not just about going out and about for you and understanding, like just having a laugh. When you're out and about now, you need to look as you're walking. You need to always bear in mind, oh, I wonder if I could run here if I was in trouble. I wonder if I could get help. I wonder if they'll help me here. I wonder if, that they'll call the police for me. These are the things you now have to work out, okay? You've got to start watching out for office blocks. So, you see the office block is open now. You know there's people in there. Run in there. That's what you have to start realising, okay? If we don't have police stations on the street that can't keep us safe, and we can't run into police stations that were once safe havens, then we have to run into office blocks, okay? We have to do that now, all right? You're coming down a nice quiet street like this, all right? And you're in the wrong area, okay? You need to know what to do. So now, on a street like this, being difficult, there's washing there, so you know you can run through there, windows are open. Yeah, look, there's a high chance someone's there, run through there, scream, smash a window, smash a house window. But mate, listen, we're talking about your life now, okay? And if that was what gets police to the scene quick enough, then so be it. But smash that car window, okay? All right? Smash the house window, smash the car window, all right? There's windows open up there, windows open down there. Good chance somebody's in. Smash it. Whatever you can. Do anything. Jump over the cars. When you're running, run over the cars or hide over it. Anything that makes people pick that phone up and call the police to keep you safe, okay? It is hard, all right? Now, I've been stabbed once. I was in the carnival with a group of friends of mine, and very busy, lovely day like this, and a group of gangs. You remember those who've been carnival? Remember we used to get the gangs go around robbing people and all the rest of it. And these group of gangs grabbed the chain from this woman's neck. And so my mate Barry, who was with me, he jumped down and started having a go and stop attacking the woman. And so I had to go and help him. It's the rule, innit? If your mate goes. And as I was helping him, I got stabbed. in the arm here. And anyway, I kept on fighting because that's the rules of the game. When someone's got a knife, you got to do is fight as much as you can, and then get away as quick as you can. If you can't get away straight away, you got to just keep fighting through it. That's the end of the story. Now, I remember when I got stabbed, because it was carnival, you have to remember there's loads of police. And so we ran away, and as I got to the corner, I was checking the room. And as I was checking the room, a group of policemen came, and one said, and I had a bottle now ready to go back and do the guy. I checked the stab wound, picked up a bottle, thought, right, let's go back and get this on the scene. But as I picked up the bottle, a policeman grabbed me and said, "Where you going, nigger?" And I said, "Oh, no, I've been stabbed." And he saw the stab wound, and so they marched me to the ambulance. It was nice of them to do that. So then I'm in the ambulance now, and they're bandaging up my arm. And as soon as I was finished, I've kicked open the ambulance door, and I've gone crash. I punched the policeman straight in his... No. I've gone crash, and I've gone to punch the policeman straight in his face that called me a nigger. So I'm trying to get to him, but the other policeman starts saying, "Call me a nigger now. Come, mate, you with your pals. Yeah, I'm on my own. I'm fixed now. Call me a nigger now. Call me a nigger now." And he's switching. "I never called you a nigger. I never called you a nigger. I never called you a nigger." So I mean, like, for me, listen, people said to me about being black and all that. I just laugh at these people. Mate, I've been to wars with police. I've had wars with police. I've had wars with the society, with prisoners. I've had wars while you're sitting there doing whatever. I've had wars trying to make the way for all people. Not just black, white, but all people. Trying to fight for all of us, for the working class, for the middle class, yeah? For everybody, the upper class. I'm just trying to fight the bad systems that are in place, okay? So that's what you've got to do, kids. You've got to understand how and what to do when you are faced with a knife, all right? It's important. It's important when you are coming through there. And now these are the areas you have to be really careful. Because these are the areas where, you know, they're supposed to be safe havens for children, safe haven for kids, safe haven for gangs. But they're also the places where gangs, or not even gangs, just friends can hang about. That's why we always have to term them gangs. They're not always gangs. Sometimes just friends gathering and they want to call them a gang because they get us up to naughty things. I always laugh when you look on the street now, yeah? You see the police walking in groups of 6, 4s. Is that not a gang? And they keep on telling you, "I want you to walk in gangs," but they're walking in gangs. You understand? We got to know what to do, kids. So when you're in places like this, you have to understand that you got to understand your surroundings. Be nice, understand that you're not getting anywhere far. So you don't want to upset the wrong people. Try and work out the attitude of the people you're dealing with. Do you know what I'm saying? Try and work it out. Yeah? And also, at the same time, you need to get fit. Okay? You need to exercise. You need to have confidence. You need to be able to take on the bully. You need to be able to, and it might not even bully. It could be a stranger. You might have to take on a total stranger you've never seen before. You don't even know what his capabilities are. And so you need to learn how to fight, how to be strong, how to protect yourself, how to give you confidence if you're approached, how to react. And that's another big thing I've noticed. How you react to danger is how the danger might react back to you. And so if you've got someone now putting a knife on you, mate, you shit yourself down to the bone. That means he's gonna react twice as maybe dangerous to you, twice as power. At least show him, at least have some kind of confidence, you know. Listen, it's better. It is better to fight, okay, than stand there and do nothing and get the consequences of those actions. Because when you stand there and do nothing, your body, the adrenaline, they're not kicking in. Your survival instincts are not kicking in. So when he hurts you, he's going to hurt you bad. And you're going to have a minimum chance of survival. And that's very, very sad. Yeah, you've got to make sure that at least when you're fighting back, you're giving yourself a chance. Yeah, yourself and your friends, you're giving them a chance. Okay, and you have to go out. You have to go out. It's not, you know, it's not about keeping your kids indoors. It's not about that. You keep your kids indoors. Your kids are not learning how to deal with the situation. They're not learning how to become streetwise. They're not learning how to keep their belongings safe, themselves safe, their family. They're not learning how. These things all go out the window. And once these things all go out the window, Crash as your father, yeah, Crash, yeah, that means all the bad guys have won. Alright? This is not about gangsterism. This isn't about villainy. This is just about the society we live in today. Understanding what is happening in society, understand what's prevalent in society, and dealing with those issues. And this is a massive issue, because as you lot would have noticed now, I've been walking now for 18 minutes, okay? And I've walked through a park, we've walked through the house, I'm now coming through another estate, and I'll tell you what, yeah? We have not seen one single police officer. Now in the old days, on that walk, on that journey, you would have passed one at least. One or two at least. That I promise you. And so when people tell me, police are not the answer, police are the answer. Okay? As I've always said, if you go to a nightclub, okay, and the nightclub has not got security, the nightclub is shit. You go to a nightclub and the nightclub has security, the nightclub is good. It's as simple as that, okay? And look at this. Look what we're looking at. You know? Look at all this. Imagine now. Look at this. It's hard, isn't it? So many places to get stabbed.